Yes.
Okay, hi, we are live on Facebook. Every time when I start interview, I always say, "Am I live? I'm not live," because I'm still not sure if I'm live. And please don't mind the light on in my room because this is what's happening with the light right now. But we had to go live, and I think there is. Yeah, sorry, now I've just muted my Facebook, which is showing live. We have. I have my third champion now, everybody, and my third champion is actually the person who's actually got the momentum to this whole self-portrait movement. She is the reason. I've been talking to the first two one we introduced. I've been talking to them. I've been talking to many people for years. It's been in my heart, but she is the reason why the momentum took place, because as she says that throw it in the universe, it'll happen. And she allowed me with this interview that she took of mine, and a lot of people viewed it, and because it went to the universe, I had no other option but to go live with it and start this movement of self portrait. And believe me, she's right. When you throw it in the universe and you really do it, it manifests itself. And so many women have joined in my mother's group to come forward, including Kavitha. And Kavitha is a very, very special person for this movement, and she's driving it with her energy and so much class that I cannot tell you. So I'm pretty grateful for her giving momentum to this by teaching me how to really manifest and throw it in the universe. And before I let her introduce herself, she's also trying to get my Jane Goodall and Amitabh Bachchan, photographing them coming through. So she is truly manifesting it, and whoever comes in her orbit does feel that. And I can't stop talking about her, but I would like her to talk about herself. Welcome, Kavitha, and thank you for being my third champion and agreeing to being my third champion for leading this self-portrait movement that I've started. Um, I would love you to introduce yourself, because I am sure there's so much to tell about yourself that you can do justice to that.
Hey, Shika, so nice to be on the other side. I finished interviewing you and now you're interviewing me. And did I ever think that it's going to come to this? No. But thank you. One of the things that I need to learn to do better is to talk about myself. So when you say introduce yourself, I do not know where to start. Let me tell you, I'm from Bangalore. And I did my schooling and my college here. I went to Sapphires, went to Mount Carmel's, got married, moved to the US, lived there about 30 years, and then came back here. I just turned 52, and I just want to say that, um, I'm just blessed to live this life that I live. It's so beautiful, and this passion and purpose series, which came into my life, has really made me look at life in a different perspective. So before I was doing this, I was working in a hospital which is called Cloud9, and after that, have been in the training and coaching business. I worked with my mentor Ian Faria for about 10 years, and now I've started this series called Passion and Purpose. It's nothing but showcasing other people's stories. I feel anybody who's out there, who's successful, who's happy, who's living life to the fullest, are most definitely following their passion and purpose. And when I was introduced to you by the person who I interviewed, Kirtana, she said, she gave me a list of people and she said, read up about them, look them up, and, just go with whoever your heart tells. And my heart pointed me in the direction of Shika Khanna. There was something about her that resonated with me. And without even speaking to her, I said, no, she's the one I want to interview. And that's how our paths crossed. And here we are today doing so many things together. And Shika, more power to you. You are empowering so many mothers to come out of their shell that they have created for themselves after they have given birth to children.
For exact, yeah, you got frozen for me.
Okay. You
So
were frozen for me. So
yeah,
anyway.
so I anyway.
Huh.
So definitely what you were saying, and we'll just talk about it. That this has been the channel where you're bringing such amazing people onto it, and I can see this channel going. I keep saying it to you, not to just impress you, but I definitely feel that the amount of effort you've been putting in interviews, getting people out there, touching their the most sensitive and very, very little things about them and putting all that effort, it can't like it's something big is like definitely waiting. And as you know that this whole self-portrait movement is about mothers. um, uh, what do you uh, what do you want to say about your journey as a mother, as a working mother, how the journey was? Do you think that this self-portrait movement that we've started, what is the importance of it? Because you work with a lot of women, and you've been coaching them as well, and you were with Cloud9 Hospital, which was itself about mothers and children. So where do you see the importance of what we're trying to do? And before that, can you also tell us about your journey as a mother, how you felt, how was it? Because now your boy's ready to fly, and I know it's a very emotional time, but they've really grown, right? And how do you feel as a mother, the whole journey? Quickly about that, and then what do you feel you should say about the women who are going to take this journey of self-portrait?
Okay, so my journey as a mother, I think I came into parenting like most of us do, right? Not knowing anything and trying to learn everything as we become parents.
Right.
And that's what I did. I feel now looking back and connecting the dots. I think I grew with my children. My children are now 25 and 22. So they're grown up. So I can look back and connect the dots and see how I grew up with them. I think I
Right.
was a child really when I had my first son, and it's been a journey. Okay, and there have been lots of ups and downs and detours, and we've hit lots of road bumps. But I think that's what has made our relationship today so special, because of all the things that we went through as a mother and as children has made us and brought us so much closer. I think parenting is one of the most challenging, most difficult jobs that God has given us on this earth, especially for a mother. I think when you give birth to a child, there is this whole burst of emotions and things that happen inside your body, inside your mind, that only a mother can understand.
Right.
And I think that happened to me also. I'm very grateful for the journey, because of which I feel I am the woman I am today. Having given birth to, especially to two boys. Boys teach you many different lessons that you wouldn't have otherwise learned. It's been a great journey, Ashika, for as a mother. And like you said, I used to work in Cloud9, and I think I mentioned this to you that I was working as a PR, and one of the initiatives that I introduced in the hospital was that a photographer comes in
Yeah.
the day the baby is born and take a picture of the baby. I felt because it was not very common for a photographer. Parents don't want their newborns to be photographed
Absolutely.
because of drishti and nazar and all those things. But
Yeah, I started
um,
that journey 20 years back.
yeah, and then I don't know, 15, 20 years later, I meet you, and you are one of the people who started baby photography. So life just comes full circle, and it's beautiful.
Right.
So another thing, what happens with mothers after children are born is that their focus is always on the kids. They forget about themselves. I've seen a lot of mothers, who are having robust careers, doing so many things, put everything on the back seat for their children. And so this movement that you want the women and you want the mothers to regain their confidence, regain who they are, look back into who they are inside, and see, photography is one way of showcasing who you are. I
Right.
firmly believe in that. Ever since I was a baby, I love to be photographed, and I love to take photographs. And I think it just brings out the soul of a person when you take a photograph. And where is the mother's soul, right? So that's something that you do so beautifully, bringing out. I mean, I've been with you in the session last 3 weeks, and so many of us are looking at our own face in a different light. And I feel that's where the change is coming. Confidence is going back into a person, and they're saying, hey, this is me, look at me. And you're helping them shine.
Actually, either your side or my side because of rain is cracking up a bit. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, sometimes you freeze, sometimes I freeze. So that's okay. Life is that's why scary for a lot of people, but for not for me, because just few minutes back I was sitting and it started raining, and I said I'm not going to go away inside because it's raining, or if my children are going to barge in and talk to me. This is happening live because the message is clear, and whatever people need to hear will be heard, and whatever they don't need to probably will get frozen. So that's okay. And your the one thing I can say and I can see is that your total love for uplifting women is so strong. The fact that you want the light to shine is what I and you have common in us, especially with this movement now, that we want the light to shine. And that's why for me to announce you as my third champion is was very important, because we need people to start leading. And I want to quickly talk about some of the pictures, the shoots that you're doing, because that's a very inspiring story. And I will share a link, or the minute the live gets over, you can just share some links of your pictures or somewhere people can find you and see it and get inspired. Moms, please look at this, look at what she's doing at 52, and very, very, in a very queen way, she just shows up, and she's just amazing. And for her, age doesn't matter. For her, what matters is showing up in your best self and emerging beautifully and inspiring through her work and through her image other women, that if she can do it, all of us can. So just quickly tell me about your photography. What do you feel about, and that's the exciting part of being with you, Kavitha, because you connect self-image and so much through photography that I couldn't even imagine there was somebody sitting, not a photographer, but somebody who's sitting, who likes to be photographed and who thinks that, it's an amazing thing. And I want you to tell people from your experience before we wrap it up, because this is a very important part. And I would love to share the link of where you can see you in the pictures.
So Shika, like I said, I always loved photographs and being photographed, but yet I was so self-conscious of so many features in me. Even though people said, you look good, you're like this, you're like that, I did not like so many parts of me.
Yeah.
So a few years back, I just decided, I'm going to do a photo shoot for myself.
Right.
And I wanted to look like a model and, be like a model, whatever. And I was not a perfect size or anything, just a normal person who just decided to hire a stylist, get a photographer, professional makeup, and I went ahead and did it.
Right.
And even while I was deciding what looks and everything, I struggled with a lot of things because I did not believe inside that I could, wear this or look good. So for me, what that photo shoot did was, when I saw the pictures, I said, oh my God, who is this person? And where did she come from?
Right.
And is she inside me? It was a whole different personality. And for me, my confidence level went up 100 times, just knowing that, you don't have to be perfect to be photographed. It's okay to be comfortable in your own body. And I talked to a lot of women. Just before I met you, I spoke to a group of women, and none of them want to be photographed. They're all so self-conscious. No, but I'm dark, I'm fat, my eyes are too small, somebody's nose is too big. And I said, it doesn't matter. Please love yourself the way you are in the mirror. When you wake up in the morning, look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful.
Right.
See, the glow that we look for in photographs doesn't come from the outside. You can put tons of makeup, but if you're not feeling good about yourself on the inside, if you don't love yourself, you're not your best friend, you're not pulling yourself up every day and coming out and facing the world, no photograph can depict you. Right. So it, for me, while you look at the photograph, I look at the inside. The mirror inside for me is very important. How
Right.
much do you love yourself? That was what you see in a photograph. And for me, thank God, my husband, my children, my parents, my in-laws, all of them have been so supportive of me wanting to model at 50 or 52, because I feel like I have somewhere inspired many women to come out of their shell. They don't have to model, but they know that they can face the camera, they can take pictures, they can put it out there, and that increases their confidence level even at work. So it's not just personal, it affects all different parts of your life. Now I think you are frozen. Okay. Shika, I
Yeah.
hope I made some sense to you.
Yeah. The internet is so unstable today.
Oh, oh,
But
okay.
I want to see if it's going live, Kavitha, and
Okay.
because I just want to see that. Because that's okay. That's a, people are scared of live because of this technical stuff only. Um,
Did you record it on Zoom?
No, I will go live if live is better to go. Always, always,
I'm
always.
trying to click on your link and it says page not found.
Yeah, because this thing is going stable, unstable, and 1 second. I think it's raining. No, that's why. That's okay.
We
Happens
can
a
do
lot.
it another day too.
Nahin, nahin, yaar. We'll just do it. If women like us get scared of these technologies, so kuch nahi hone wala. We have to keep marching ahead. A lot of things will come, right? Um, 1 second. I am. Yeah, we are live. We're showing live on Facebook. We are showing live.
Well,
Whatever conversation we were having right now is also live. So we are
ah,
showing live. So irrespective, I think ultimately it will show live and load wherever the internet connection is the issue.
so all this time was it all live?
Yeah, all is in live. It's been showing
Okay.
live here. I was just still checking,
Yeah.
and I was just making sure that your stuff is going on. It is showing live on Facebook. Anyway, this is just a very small introduction, Kavita. So this live doesn't stop us from these internet connection doesn't stop us because the journey is very long and a very firm and a very exciting one. And the introduction was very important. It's just small introductions. We are going to start making formal films and small little videos that's going to start getting released once I have everything in place and all the criteria in place. But I definitely want to say, because we are on live and I am hoping that till this end the live is showing and getting recorded. I want to definitely thank you for being who you are, and the fact that you're talking about what people, when I shot their pictures, people talked about the inner light that I saw in them. You already see it in yourself, which is very rare for women to accept and come over, like we, as I always say, that we are okay to put our dreams aside. We are okay to put everything aside, maybe life aside, but we're not okay to show up in our full inner selves. And that's why some women need support, and women like you leading it is amazing. I would really, really urge everybody who's watching this live or who will get these live this thing, that there's a link for Kavitha's channel, Passion and Purpose, where she interviewed me. Please go ahead and click. She has interviewed some very nice people, and a lot of amazing people are coming up. And I would
Yes.
love you to support this channel with whatever way we can, because people like her are there with full passion and purpose, trying to support us and get interviews out of women and making them shine. Kavita, I can go on and on about you, but today, because internet is not stable and I'm not getting 100% sure, though it's showing live and I'm sure the whole recording will be on live with Zoom. I really want to thank you for coming up and being my third champion. And a lot is going to happen. A lot of better quality stuff is going to come up. But just till then, we are not going to stop. We are going to just keep moving forward. And Kavita, would you like to say something to women to join this movement? Because the first few women who are joining are the leaders ahead, taking this movement ahead.
Absolutely. I think there are lots and lots of women out there who want to feel good about themselves. See, today we live in a digital era, everything is online. And so, photography, videography is so important. And Shika is the right person to lead you to want to feel good about yourself, looking good in front of the camera, the angles, the light. She knows everything. So, I urge all the women out there who are watching this interview, who want to feel confident in who you are in your own skin, be a part of this group, and believe me, you will start loving yourself a lot more.
Anyway, let me just stop the live and join this. And Kavita anyway is a full-time member with us. Let's join the link, see her real self in her passion and purpose, because anyway she's shining there, even if the rain is telling us to keep stopping it. If it's from my side, if it's telling us to stop this, it's not stopping, because Kavita is anyway available fully on her channel. Please go ahead and like her channel, subscribe it, share it, leave comments. So comments are valuable. because that makes us feel that this is happening in the right way. And you can drop your feedback right below her YouTube channel. And I will stop the live because I'm still, trying to figure out if you're live or not, but it shows live on Facebook. Thank you so much, everyone. And I shall see you in my fourth champion very soon. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.